Ramon Berenguer, sometimes called the Saint, was the Count of Barcelona who brought about the union of his county of Barcelona with the Kingdom of Aragon to form the Crown of Aragon. Early reign. Ramon Berenguer inherited the county of Barcelona from his father Ramon Berenguer III on 19 August 1131. On the 11th of August 1137, at the age of about 24, he was betrothed to the infant Petronilla of Aragon, aged 1 at the time. Petronilla's father, Ramiro II of Aragon, who sought Barcelona's aid against Alfonso VII of Castile, withdrew from public life on 13 November 1137, leaving his kingdom to Petronilla and Ramon Berenguer, the latter in effect becoming ruler of Aragon, although he was never king himself, instead commonly using the titles Count of the Barcelonans and Prince of the Aragonians, and occasionally those of Marquis of Lleida and Tortosa. He was the last Catalan ruler to use Count as his primary title, starting with his son Alfonso II of Aragon. The Counts of Barcelona styled themselves, in the first place, as Kings of Aragon. The treaty between Ramon Berenguer and his father-in-law, Ramiro II, stipulated that their descendants would rule jointly over both realms, and that even if Petronilla died before the marriage could be consummated, Berenguer's heirs would still inherit the Kingdom of Aragon. Both realms would preserve their laws, institutions and autonomy, remaining legally distinct but federated in a dynastic union under one ruling house. Historians consider this arrangement the political masterstroke of the Hispanic Middle Ages. Both realms gained greater strength and security, and Aragon got its much-needed outlet to the sea. On the other hand, formation of a new political entity in the northeast at the time when Portugal seceded from Leon in the west gave more balance to the Christian kingdoms of the peninsula. Ramon Berenguer successfully pulled Aragon out of its pledged submission to Castile, aided no doubt by his sister Berengaria, wife of Alfonso the Emperor, who was well known in her time for her beauty and charm. Crusades and wars. In the middle years of his rule, Ramon Berenguer turned his attention to campaigns against the Moors. In October 1147, as part of the Second Crusade, he helped Castile to conquer Almeria. He then invaded the lands of the Almoravid Taifa kingdoms of Valencia and Murcia. In December 1148, he captured Tortosa after a 5-month siege with the help of southern French, Anglo-Norman and Genoese crusaders. The next year, Fraga, Lleida and Mequinenza in the confluence of the Segre and Ebro rivers fell to his army. The reconquista of modern Catalonia was completed. Ramon Berenguer also campaigned in Provence, helping his brother Berenguer Ramon and his infant nephew Ramon Berenguer II against the Counts of Toulouse. During the minority of Ramon Berenguer II, the Count of Barcelona also acted as the regent of Provence. In 1151, Ramon signed the Treaty of Tudela with Alfonso VII of Leon and Castile. The treaty defined the zones of conquest in Andalusia as an attempt to prevent the two rulers from coming into conflict. Also in 1151, Ramon Berenguer founded and endowed the royal monastery of Poblet. In 1154, he accepted the regency of Gaston Villers-Bouillet in return for the Bernese nobles rendering him homage at Canfranche, thus uniting that small principality with the growing Aragonese Empire. Death. Ramon Berenguer died on 6 August 1162 in Borgo San Dalmazzo, Piedmont, Italy, leaving the title of Count of Barcelona to his eldest surviving son, Ramon Berenguer, who inherited the title of King of Aragon after the abdication of his mother Petronilla of Aragon 2 years later in 1164. He changed his name to Alfonso as a nod to his Aragonese lineage, and became Alfonso II of Aragon. Ramon Berenguer V's younger son Per inherited the county of Cerdagne and lands north of the Pyrenees, and changed his name to Ramon Berenguer. Appearance and character. The Chronicle of San Juan de la Peña said he was a man of particularly great nobility, prudence, and probity, of lively temperament, high counsel, great bravery, and steady intellect, who displayed great temperance in all his actions. He was handsome in appearance, with a large body and very well-proportioned limbs. Ancestry. Bibliography. Riley Smith, Jonathan. Atlas of the Crusades. New York. Facts on file. Villegas Aristizabal, Lucas. Anglo-Norman involvement in the conquest of Tortosa and settlement of Tortosa, 1148–1180. Crusades 8, pp. 63–129.